Hey guys and gals, Les Paul Klein here. Hello, hello, hello. A little background play-in music. Hope everybody's doing well today. It's Wednesday, Wealth Wednesday, Wellness Wednesday, uh, Humidity High Wednesday. Looking out the windows, and it looks like we might have afternoon storms again. So I hope that those of you who are planning to jump in will jump in. And I'm going to set up my, let me go in here to my group. And I've discovered by doing some of these lives, and I use StreamYard, that using StreamYard is an app, and it has a recording feature that's phenomenal, and the tools are phenomenal, and it just makes it better. And so I'm able to really stream well. I hope you can see. It looks like I'm a little dark on this side today. I may have to readjust the lighting on the next live, but I'm glad you're here. And I'm let me kill the sound on my phone. I've got my comments set up so they can come through. And so we're going to jump in here, and literally this is kind of what we're doing here. The 6 keys to thriving through recession. Now, a lot of people would say, "Oh, Paul, we're not in recession." Well, I'm 63 years old. I have never, ever, ever in my life seen our economy in such a disruptive position. So really the bottom line is that we are in some kind of definitely the beginning pieces and stages of recession. So I was looking at the real numbers of inflation just before I jumped on because it's shifting, but there's the numbers that the federal government puts out, and then there are the real numbers. The federal government has no clue how to run a business. If you haven't figured that out yet, you're in that place that you will figure it out. And we're upwards of 15%, and it's probably closer to more like 20% of inflation. I know there are products. Fuel is definitely one of those that has gone to a more than double in the last 18 months. So, I mean, we can do the simple math on the inflationary cost. A week ago, a bag of lettuce at the box store was 99 cents. And 6 days later, it was $1.68. So we're seeing some really big shifts in pricing. Definitely some big shifts in pricing, and that absolutely influences our push into a recession. So there's some things that we can do as entrepreneurs, small business owners, and even employees of large corporations. There are some things that everyone can do. And the principles that I'm going to throw down in front of you today, there's nothing magical about what I'm going to say. I mean, that's really the bottom line. There's really not a lot of magic. But if you have a question, raise your hand, send me a message, let me know you're here. Drop a comment, drop a heart in the comment. Let me know you're here, and that you feel like there's some value here for just kind of the what I'm going to throw in front of you. So there's 6 keys, and you could probably put 6 more on top of this. And if I was some kind of financial guru, I would probably put 6 more on it so I could give you 18. Wouldn't that just blow your mind? How stupid? Maybe. But I'm a practical kind of person, and I operate in that space of practicality. So I've kept it really, really simple. And I'm going to put it up on your screen so you can just see it. The very first thing that we have to resist is capital spending. So what does that mean? Well, don't go buy a new car. If you could get one, don't go buy a new car. Okay. Don't make any large purchases. Just don't add more debt into your household or your business. I think it's a time where we need to just pause and watch around us what's taking place. Let's just pause, but let's not spend any big capital on things that we don't need or we don't have to have. Okay. There could be some things that you have to have. You could identify those things, but if you don't have to have it right now and it's a capital expenditure, pause. Example, in the RV industry, which is something I follow really closely, right now is not a time to go buy a new RV. Okay. Interest rates are higher if you're going to finance, but if you were going to take capital and drop it on there, just wait. If you want a new one, okay, just wait, because in about 6 to 8 months, you're going to be able to buy that same brand new unit at a reduced price. Now, before we got into this inflationary pattern, the RV industry always had a manufacturer suggested retail price. And then there was a dealer discounted price. And it was somewhere between 20 and 45% under the MSRP. And that was the industry, and that had been the industry. But COVID came on and people retreated into their own space, and the RV industry exploded. So the bottom line on that particular industry is it's oversold at this point. There's a lot of units on the ground, and it's not a time to take your capital and or your buying strength and invest in one, because you're going to pay more than you will pay in about 8 months. So just pause. And the reality is that if it's something you really want to do, you're going to have to make a reservation for where you want to go about 8 to 10 months ahead of time. And so there's no place for you to go that you really want to go at this point in this year. It's July 20th. So I say all that to just wrap the package and say, no more capital spending right now. Just pause. Okay. Here's number two. Number two, some of you probably won't like this one, but no new real estate purchases. Okay. No investment in real estate, no personal changing of houses. Okay. Just sit. We are literally, and say, Paul, how do you know? I'm a real estate broker. I still own a real estate company. I've got my finger on what's happening. And I can tell you right now that interest rates, they're not high, but they're way higher than they were 18 to 24 months ago. They're higher now than they were at the beginning of the year. So you're going to pay over 5%. There are ways in which you can buy that down on a loan, but is just like the RV market, the real estate market's in that same flux. Okay. Just last week, I saw an agent post, and I checked it. All of a sudden, we're not getting offers over asking. We're getting offers at asking. So that's in this market. I checked the Florida market with some of the realtors I know there. Bottom line is we're seeing a pullback. Okay. There is a shortage, okay, especially in our Greenville, South Carolina market. I mean, that's really the bottom line is we've got a lot of people coming here from a lot of places, and for all the reasons that we could get into and spend 2 hours talking about. But the bottom line is, if you are where you are, stay there. Okay, you're not going to get the top dollar for your house at this point, and you could be in a bubble market. Okay, but overall, the bigger story here is hold off. Hold off. You're going to pay more than you should, and your interest rate's going to be higher than it should. And now that may not come down for a year or two. We're going to have to flush this whole thing out before interest rates come back down. Let me just give you a point of reference. The first house I bought, 14.95% interest. 14.95% interest. So that was the first house that I purchased. So we're not there yet. That was in 1981. We are a long way from that. So just hold off, okay? Here's number 3. Increase your income. Some of you are going, that's impossible. It's not impossible. There are a lot of opportunities to increase the missing dollars in, especially on your phone, especially doing business with a entrepreneurial launch. There's a lot of opportunities, okay? Lots of opportunities, very little, if any, capital to invest. There's a lot of good network companies. I know that I have a couple of streams of income from some really good nutritional companies. And the bottom line is that money continues to fill a gap and fill a hole where the income is dropping because sales in my world are dropping. So you could do the same thing. If you're locked on a salary, your salary obviously is right here and it's staying there, but your spending is up to here. Add a side hustle, as they're called. Add something that you have passion about. Add something you believe in. And add something that is easy to step into, and it makes sense for you to get involved in. And it has to be, if it's product related, it has to be something that you use and love and you can gladly talk about. Okay. There's even affiliate marketing things. Example would be, I talk about, and I use a pea-based nutritional organic shake for breakfast. I buy that indirectly from the manufacturer. But I just discovered, and I'm going to plug in, I just discovered that I can be an affiliate marketer for them. And I'm always talking about it. I've recommended it to many, many people. I've never made one penny, but all of a sudden this company is offering an affiliate like me, a user, a way in which I could be paid a small portion. So am I going to take advantage of that? Absolutely, because I want another stream of income. The more streams of income that you can add into your life, the more that you are going to help your financial situation and protect yourself from this growing increase of inflation. So I would really recommend it. If you need help, you need recommendations, reach out. I've got a message box. Send me a message. Love to help you. Okay. Here's number 4. We're at about 14.14 minutes. We're moving right through this, but I did want to move through it quickly. I don't want to keep you very long. I know it's 2:00 in the afternoon. Some people will see this on. Protect your cash. Protect your cash. Okay. Hang on to it. Protect it. And I'll even go one step further. Protect it from the powers that are out there in control of it. Okay. If you can kind of go under the radar there, I don't want to get in trouble by saying what I really want to say, but protect your cash. Don't leave a lot for somebody to take. I would definitely invest or use that cash. And I know that gold and silver is a great way to protect your cash. It's a hard currency. It's not going to go out of style. It's not going to go out of circulation. Okay. You get what I'm saying? Protect your cash. Know where it is, protect it, and don't turn loose of it. Hang on to it. Okay. Makes sense? Any questions up to this point? Got some people on the line. Just wondered if anybody has any questions. Anybody have a comment? Hi, Elizabeth. I see that you're watching and you've popped in. Any comments? Y'all jump right in. And if you're making a comment on the recording, be sure and let me know that you caught it on the replay. And I'll definitely, it'll be on my private page and be able to go back and reference it. All right. So what's number 5? Less personal. Whoops. That's number 6. Number 5. I apologize. Okay. Shifting your investments from high risk. And I put out there in front of that variable annuity. I do business with a large number of financial planners, money managers, portfolio managers, guys who deal daily with this stuff. And I asked one of my best customers about this like 2 months ago. And I have communicated with him even again today because I wanted him to remind me about this variable annuity. So the bottom line is that you need to really look at your investments and where they are. Okay. Look at your investments. Where are they? Are they in high risk portfolios? Are they in low risk portfolios? Is there any guarantee? So a variable annuity, honestly, would give you guaranteed income, even if your asset is depleted. Yeah. So if you want to know more about that, send me a message. I'll connect you with my client who has helped thousands of people in the upstate to move and shift from high risk investment into products that are variable annuity. Okay. Bottom line is that we really need to curb on the side of caution, especially with the market. The market's propped up, folks. It's false numbers. Okay. It's paper. Our nation, our dollars, our government is so broke. Okay. They are so broke. And so there's a lot of IOUs. Okay. And if they were called, they couldn't be paid. And it would really, really put our nation on its head financially. Could it happen? I hear people say, oh, there's no way it'll ever happen. Yeah, it could. Might very well happen. So I think we really need to pause and say, where is my money? Can I get to it quickly? Is it in a high risk portfolio? Is it in a low risk portfolio? And is there any guarantee? The market crashes. Is there any guarantee? Do I get anything or is it all gone? You really need to ask yourself those questions because we're in a place we've never been. In my 63 years, we are in a place financially I've never seen. And if you're my age or you're older, you've never seen unless you went through the Depression and then you're really old. My parents went through the Depression. My grandfather went through the Depression. He went through banks closing and taking all the money. And the bottom line was I was about 12, 13 years old. We went to my grandfather's house and he had an old garage out beside the house that he kept his old pickup in. My dad backed the pickup out of the garage and he went under where the pickup sat and he moved this plywood board and he reached down into the ground in this hole and he pulled out a cash box. Okay. That's where my grandfather kept what money he had, in a cash box, because he had lost everything twice in the 20s and 30s when the banks crashed. He was never putting his money in the bank again. Okay. You say, Paul, that could never happen. Yeah, it could. Might very well happen. And if you don't believe me, then just go and don't listen. Okay. I tried to warn you. Be prepared. Okay. Be prepared. Because if you've got it all in one place, and it's in that place that we believe is guaranteed, it isn't. Okay. There's no guarantees there. So, all right, I'll get off my box. Here's my last thought process. This is number 6, less personal spending. What does that mean? We all, when we have expendable income, we have expendable money. And you know what expendable money means, okay? It's money over what it takes to live, okay? A lot of people today don't have that, but many do. Reduce it. Reduce maybe the number of times you go out to eat every week. Reduce the amount you spend every week. We notice that you can reduce the bill at the restaurant if you leave off a couple of things. Okay, you know what I mean? Okay, things that come from the bar that are really expensive, just leave it off. You don't need that glass of wine or a beer there. They charge, that's how they make money. Restaurants make money on alcohol. They don't make money on food, folks. Less personal spending. So that's just one place, okay? Lower the amount of times you dry clean your clothes. And as a professional clothier, I can tell you, some of you need to just stop dry cleaning your clothes. If it's wool, hang it up. Wool sheds its own odor. You don't need to dry clean it unless it's soiled. Hang it up, okay? Rotate your clothing more. Wear it less often so you have less to take to the dry cleaners. Dry cleaners have gone through the roof in cost, okay? So those are just 2 great big examples of personal spending. There are things we don't need, we buy every day. There are things that we can do without. So examine it. And here's something that I will tell you we all are guilty of. We subscribe to something on an app that we're using in our entrepreneurial business. We forgot about it. And I saw something on my bank statement just last week. I didn't realize it was still there. $7 a month. But $7 a month is how much? Yeah, $84 a year that I'm spending, that I don't even use that app anymore. Okay. So less personal spending. Scrutinize and get rid of that personal spending, or lower that personal spending, so that I guarantee all of us could find $300 a month, in personal spending that we don't need to spend. With folks who have expendable income, they're entrepreneurs, they have multiple streams of income, 300 is not a big number at all. Okay. At all. What else could be expendable? Well, you could just mow the yard yourself. Yeah. Not $175 to $250 a month for yard service. You can just mow it yourself. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, some of you. You could do less freshening of your beds. Those garden beds. Just push it off for 3 months. Okay. There's things. You don't need the new flooring or the carpet in the house right now. Just pause. You don't need new furniture. You don't need to redecorate. Just pause. Less personal spending. Kind of get my picture. So here's the bottom line, folks. Really, the bottom line is we can do some things to thrive through the recession. Okay. Keep everything that's in your control in your control. Okay. If you have decisions and monies that are not in your control, time to get it in your control. Does that make sense? Get it under house. Get it in your hands. Get it where you can grab it and go. Okay. So we can get through this. And if catastrophically our dollar was to collapse, none of it matters anyway, because it's all gone. Are you ready for that? Yeah, it's kind of like Paul Harvey said. Yeah, and the next story is. So I hope this is helpful. I hope that you'll apply the principles, you'll take them and make some decisions in your own household, in your own personal life, with your money and your finances, and what you do have. Because if you will, you'll be able to thrive. If you need resources for investing or the variable annuity plans, reach out. If you need help and ideas about a side hustle, second income stream, reach out. I can help you there. Hey, this is Les Paul Klein. I appreciate you popping in. It's 26 minutes. I hope this has been helpful. I love doing these. I'm going to continue to do these like every week. So watch for next week's. It'll be earlier in the week. I'll announce it and you can plan to be here. And if you caught this on a replay, be sure and put in the comments replay so I know that you saw it in the replay. Hope you have a really blessed rest of your afternoon, and I will see you again soon. Take care.